Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Don Peterson, owner of the Swing Factory Golf Studio just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about grip and which grip is right for you. If you look anywhere online in books, I'm sure you can find how to grip a golf club, thousands of different places, but one of the most common grips is the baseball grip when you're a beginner, okay? If you're a woman or a child, a man, baseball grip, and when I say baseball grip, they also call it a 10-finger grip, but you just put your hand on. Now you do want to put your lead thumb down the grip, and you'll want to cover it up with the, I always talk about the lifeline of your trail hand. So you've got two muscle pads here, and what I want you to do is kind of pinch together your thumb and your little finger, and you'll see a low spot right there. That's where the lifeline is. What you want to do is put that directly over your lead thumb, all right? And once you get that position, your lead thumb is kind of slightly down the right center. So if you look at the exact top of the grip, and if you line the club face up at the bottom down there, you'll see the bottom edge, the leading edge is the one that you want to put perpendicular to the target. The top edge of the iron, top edge of the iron is going to go off to the right. So don't use that as your alignment guide. All right, so once you get the club set up down here, put your lead thumb just slightly to the right. You should be able to see a couple knuckles over here. And like I said, the beginners, most of you just try a baseball grip or a 10-finger grip, and you're just going to put your hands on like so. Kind of all four fingers in the finger joints, kind of like we call it trigger fingers. Okay, so kind of put them like that, and then put the grip there, and that'll leave you the whole palm of your right trail hand to go over your left or lead thumb. All right. So there's one grip, and then if you wanted to do the Varden grip, what you do is just lay your small finger, little finger, your pinky finger of your trail hand on top of the forefinger of your lead hand. Same thing. You're going to do the trigger fingers for your first three fingers, and then the little finger is going to lay over the top. That's called the Varden grip. And then if you hook it down in between the two fingers around the forefinger joint, if you hook it around there, that's called the Hogan grip. And all of these grips work fine, but the best grip for you to have is the grip that I invented, and I called it the Lincoln grip, okay? So Abraham Lincoln, I don't know if he ever played golf, but he stood for freedom. So whatever grip you choose, what I want you to do is remember Abraham Lincoln and use the Lincoln grip, and that's a grip that allows the club to swing freely, all right? Now, that doesn't mean you open up your hands or your fingers. The fingers stay closed around the grip, but your wrists are going to remain oily, like Sam Snead said. He used to talk about the wrists. You want your wrists to be oily, all right? You know, there's a certain feeling of, you know, if you look at a baseball pitcher, and a lot of times they stand in there and they'll let their arm dangle like that. Well, one of the things they're trying to do is get their muscles relaxed so they can get more speed that way, all right? So what I want you to do is get your wrists relaxed so that they can have a lot of speed just from the hinging and the unhinging that's caused by you being free with your grip pressure, okay, or free with your wrists. So again, one of the things I want you to understand is we don't open our fingers, but you can close your fingers around a grip. The taper, most grips are tapered, so they're larger at the top end up here, which is the butt end. So when you close your hands around the grip, if you hold it lightly, even if it were to slip slightly, it should get tighter by centrifugal force pulling away from you, or the club swinging away from you, okay, as it comes down. So it should snug in there tighter, if anything. All right, so learn to hang on with the back three fingers of your lead hand. So 1, 2, 3, those back three fingers are the ones that you can kind of hold on to, and you can still have your wrists nice and relaxed. All right, so you should feel, if you're relaxed, you're going to have greater hinge action up here, and I've got a couple of other videos about Newton's third law. You might want to look into those. So you let this thing hinge, and you're going to get more length of your backswing without breaking down and taking your arms back too far. So this Lincoln grip, this freedom, allows the club to swing all the way back, hinge all the way, and then lets the face open all the way, which is a good thing, and that's going to give you consistency. So if you let it be free, it's going to go back to the exact same spot every time, and then you don't have to worry about it. You just turn through, and it's going to release itself, and that centrifugal or centripetal release that you have is going to help you hit the ball long and straight every time. So you know, if you looked at someone like Phil Mickelson's swing, you can see how relaxed he is with his hands and his wrists. One of the best examples was Payne Stewart. Of course, we lost him to a plane crash years ago, but Payne had really relaxed wrists and very free-flowing swing. All right, so I want you to think of the Lincoln grip. When you take your grip, you can use baseball 10-finger overlapping, which is the Varden Grip, or the Hogan Grip. And the interlocking grip, I like to teach people, I have them stay away from that. And the reason why is because I like to have all the fingers of the lead hand on the grip, because I think that's better for the release, the natural release of the club head. And if you take the forefinger of your lead hand off and you replace it with an interlocking grip, you're putting the right palm a little bit more under the grip, and I feel like it gives the right palm more control, which in my mind is bad because then you don't let the club hinge all the way. This has been my experience with teaching you know, thousands of students. So most of the time when someone can't get the right position at the top, it's halfway, at least 50% of the time, let me put it that way. It's because if they have an interlocking grip, that's the culprit. They have a problem there with letting the club hinge correctly at the top. So if I change it to an overlapping, a Varden, or even sometimes going back to a baseball grip, it works better because they learn to relax the right wrist and turn it into more of a tray position, which is another video of mine. So grip freedom is the key, all right? And freedom means relaxation, okay? And if you have freedom and relaxation, you're going to give control over to science, okay? And again, I've got several other videos you can go and look at that'll talk about how that's going to reward you with good shot making. I think the centrifugal, Learn to Swing Centrifugally is another one of my videotapes that's fairly popular. So go check those out. But this is all about the Lincoln grip and giving your club head freedom by relaxing your hands. All right, try this next time you go out and play. Waggle a little bit to relax your hands, and then give the club freedom with whichever grip you choose. Take care and come back and see me again soon.